Hello, my super friends. Welcome to your super new moon in Scorpio reading. This is going to be happening on November 4th. It's going to be at its newest at 3:14 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So wherever you're at in the world, you can adjust that to see where that is going to be at its newest for you. Now, normally new moons are all about the newness because it's starting the new cycle, but with that being Scorpio, there is this extra rebirth energy that is around it. So you've got, your birth, your death, and your rebirth. It's like like a phoenix. You know how they originally rise from the ashes and grow, and then they build a nest to set on fire and things to go back to ashes and have a rebirth. And that is very Scorpio-ish because Scorpio is all about transformation. They transform from a scorpion to a snake to an eagle to a phoenix. So they're very transformative, and so that energy is really around this. It's like this, with the new moon, there's hardly any light. So it does feel a little dark during the new moon, but it is a time that we face our shadow. So it's our little shadow time where we get to dance with our shadow and understand, about what is blocking us, what is chaining us, what's holding us back. So with this new moon, we also get a burst of new energy with that rebirth. So as that phoenix takes flight on a new journey with that super new moon energy, it is a very magical time for us as well. So even though it feels dark, when you rise from the ashes and that phoenix catches on fire, right? And it shows the flames coming from its wings, and you are this brightness in that dark times. You get to see your inner light more and more when it's dark out, not when it's bright sunshiny out, right? What's amazing too is the last full moon we had in Scorpio was back in April 26, and that was a pink super full moon. And so there's also this cycle that happens just monthly. We go through the cycle of the new moon to the full moon back to the new moon, but also over a 6-month period ish, you go from a new moon in a sign to a full moon in a sign back to a new moon in a sign. So you have this big cycle of energy that are happening, these 12 different cycles that are happening throughout a year, right? Because every 6 months you go through this different sign of new moon to full moon. And so you have these 12 separate annual cycles happening with each of those influences of those zodiac signs. So if you look back around April 26th to really look at that pink super full moon, what was going on then was a time of releasing negative energy. So I was talking about like a dance with your shadow. You were becoming familiar with it because you were dancing with it, seeing it eye to eye, right? And during that time, you see what no longer serves you. And so you started to let go of things and making room for new things. Because after a full moon, as you're moving to the new moon, once you reach that culmination of a full moon, then it's like, what am I releasing to make room for new growth when the new moon comes around? So with this new moon in Scorpio happening, you are left dancing with your shadow, and you get to see what's new. What new dance steps are you going to develop as you begin a new dance routine over the next 6 months. So as we go into this reading, we're kind of going to look at what has my feet chained, what's keeping me from dancing so fluently, what's impacting my rhythm. So that's what we're going to look at for the specific reading for your sign, and we're going to jump into that right now. All right, all my Aries, this is your reading for the super new moon in Scorpio. And I didn't mention in the intro, but the reason why it's a super moon is because the moon doesn't go in a perfect circle around the Earth. It is an oval type of orbit. And so there's times when it's closest to us, when when it's not in the long elliptical one. It's closest when it's like right here, right? And so that's when the super full moon happens, and when the super new moon happens is when it's closest to us. So it's even closer to us, which impacts us more energetically. So we are going to take a look at this. And since it's a magical time, I'm going to use these Magic of Unicorn oracles just to see what the Creator wants you to know about the energy around this super new moon. And we're going to look at like the 3-week period, like the week before the new moon and the 2 weeks after the new moon before the next full moon comes around. All right, so Creator, for our Aries, what do you want them to know overall around this new moon period of time? Okay, it's going to be it right here. And you've got Refreshing Oasis, number 18. I love that. So nurture yourself, gather your strength. So definitely, it's a good time to take that time for yourself. You know, like relax. If you can, get away from things, get away into nature. Always helps us rebalance and clear our minds and find that peaceful place. So it is a time to take care of you. You know, you're so energetic all the time that you're always going. You have that unlimited fire energy that's inside you. So, you know, when you get a message to take it easy, you're like, okay, it's time to recharge your battery, you know, because then you're going to go again until you're ready to rest again, right? So, yeah, this says nurture yourself and gather your strength. So this card suggests that you need to rest, you need to relax, and you need to look after yourself. It's during moments of refreshment and peace that you can re-energize at a cellular level. So how can you best nurture yourself? Do you need a long soak in a scented bath, a massage, a walk in restorative nature, or a good holiday? What food and liquid does your body need? How can you bring yourself into equilibrium? An oasis is a safe refuge from the outside world. It's a space in which to contemplate and reassess your life and to rest and gather strength for the next part of your trip. So your guidance now is to take yourself into your inner cave of calm and tranquility. Whether you allocate an hour or a week to looking after yourself, spend some time fulfilling your physical and emotional needs. Your unicorn is recommending that you decide what is right for you and act on that decision. Treat yourself to something that is good for you or fills you with joy. This card heralds downtime for you, so switch your mind off in the silence. Then harness the resources you have to help you on your way. Many beings, spiritual or physical, have brought you to this point. It's important to thank them and remember that new guides may step forward to assist you on the next leg of your journey, which is beautiful because we were talking about this, you know, super new moon is about rebirth, right? So you have this new energy coming. So this is a good time to disconnect so you can evaluate what is this next journey that you want to go on. And I really feel we're asking, you know, what's chained, you know, your feet, what's limiting your rhythm, and it has to do with your energy level, right? So this is a time to nurture yourself because what's impacting you is you're exhausted, and so you're not able to focus like you have when you're full of your energy. So it is time to take that time to yourself. And it does give a little refresh yourself option here. And it says, close your eyes and find yourself in a lush oasis. Be aware of the trees, the green grass, and the pools of water. Your unicorn pours soothing, healing, refreshing energy over you. Take as long as you need to rest deeply. Consider how you can best nurture yourself. And when you open your eyes, schedule time for yourself. I love it. And the affirmation for this card is I nurture and refresh myself. So that is perfect for this new moon. We're also going to get some additional information here. And what I'm going to do is pull some cards here from this Light Seers Tarot. And what I like doing for these new moon and full moon readings is I pull 3 cards, one representing the week leading up to the new moon, and then a week after the new moon, and 2 weeks after the new moon, right before you move into the full moon. So it gives you additional information for those weeks. So let's see here. Right, Creator for Aries, what do you want them to know about the week before the new moon? Okay, that one there. What about the week after the new moon? Okay. And then what about the second week after the new moon? Okay, there we go. So the week before the full moon, you do have Knight of Wands. This is your energy. You have fire energy. And so you do have this awareness of your energy level. I mean, I normally, like, I would look at this card as like, oh my gosh, you're so full of energy and da-da-da-da-da, but I really feel this is like a message to you about your awareness of your energy level. And you're like, you know what? I'm not like, you know, it's like almost like you're looking over at this horse. Instead of your own energy, you're looking over there going, yeah, I remember when I was so full of energy, and what's going on? And that's because this time you need this regeneration, that you need to simmer down, calm down, and refocus. So what happens a lot, especially, and I'm sorry, you're not fire energy, Scorpio, you're water energy, but you do have this transformational energy. And I'm sorry, I'm talking to Aries. I'm so sorry. For some reason, I got Scorpio on my mind because this is see, this is like your scattered energy. This is what I'm feeling. You have all this energy. So what I was about to say is, Aries, because you're so used to having all this energy that eventually it just starts pouring out into too many things, and your mind is going in too many directions. And that's exactly what I was feeling, is you almost feel confused. You almost feel like, wait a minute, where am I? What am I doing? And you feel exhausted because you have all your, hands in too many things. And so then this is this drawing back period for you, and you get to calm your energy. You get to refocus it, and then that is when you're like, okay, I'm going to choose one thing, and that's her finger on fire. You're going to find one thing that you're going to focus your energy into, and that's the very next thing that you're going to, be looking at. So during this alone time, this away time, this nurturing time for you, you're going to look at everything that's going on in your life, and you're going, you know what? If I had one thing to focus on, what would I do? And that's what they want you to look at the week before the new moon happens. And then the week after the new moon, yep, it's all about balance. You got the Two of Pentacles here. And for me, this really represents balancing both your physical world as well as your energetic and spiritual world. And so really this is this beautiful awareness that there is more than just your human side going on in life, that you have your, the little self that came down here to experience what it would be like to walk the earth as a human, feeling limited, feeling powerless, feeling like life is happening to you, and all those lovely, delicious emotions of fear that we experience here. But also remembering, and this is like an infinity symbol. So there is this awareness of your infinite self, your powerful self, your limitless self, and connecting to that. We spend a period of our lives unaware of our higher self, of just the human side of us, being caught up in the fight or flight and all the expectations of the outside world, and exhausting ourselves trying to fulfill everyone's dreams and everyone's expectations of us, and we realize we're never going to be able to do that. It's like herding cats. you might get one into the box, and then you go around to get another cat to put it in the box, and the other cat's gone already. So, this is about turning inward and discovering and taking time away to connect to your higher self and this whole higher world. So I definitely love that this card comes up for the new moon, because this is like a new, refreshing journey and a new resource. It's like this oasis that's so refreshing you find within you. And then that oasis is always with you. You can never escape from the oasis. And why would you want to escape from an oasis to get into the desert? Are you tired of feeling, drinking from these waters that make you feel refreshed and full? You're like, yeah, I'm ready for a desert journey where I can feel thirsty and feel like I'm going to die again. And we do, and there's no judgment, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe we do get bored of paradise and you want to step out into the storm a little bit as a reminder, going, oh yeah, that's why I love the oasis so much. Whatever the next journey is for you, what's amazing is you get to decide what that one thing is that you want to focus on. And that's what you're going to grow in your life. So I love that for the week after the new moon. And then you move into the second week after the new moon, right before the full moon. Yeah. So if there was any question on this is about connecting to your higher self, then here it is. This is the Judgment card. It's card number 20, which when you add the 2 plus the 0, you get 2, which brings you back to this 2 of Pentacles about here's the 2 of you that are within you. You have you as the human, and then you have your higher spiritual self. And so there's this beautiful connection that starts here with this balance, but you do have this beautiful energy. If you're wanting to connect to your higher self and the higher realms, then this is the perfect time to do it. And you do have, like when the next full moon is coming in, I think it's a full moon in Taurus. Let me check a look here. I think I have it written down here somewhere. Yeah, the full moon in Taurus is November 19th. So this week you also have the full moon in Taurus energy coming in. So, it's going to be a beautiful time here for you to be able to connect not only to your higher self, being aware of your limitlessness, your powerfulness, connecting to this beautiful unconditional love from the other side. You also, if you can quiet yourself and really become aware of this oasis inside you, at any time you can step away and get in this quiet place, and you get to raise your frequency, your vibration, to that of the higher realms where you can hear from them. They always hear us. They can hear everything on any frequency, but to hear from them, we have to align up there. So when we're in the lower vibration of love, which is when we're in fear and in this humanness, that's too noisy. We can't hear those whispers of love. But when you get into this oasis and you focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, it raises your vibration where the more you raise it, the more clear the messages come, and you can hear from the other side. So, messages from the Creator, from Spirit, from your guardian angels, your spirit guides, loved ones who have, lived on this plane with you and have already returned back home. You can hear from their higher selves. You can hear from your ancestors and unicorns and fairies and whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. You can hear from them when you raise your vibration to that higher level. So definitely perfect energies for you to be able to do that during that time. Love it, love it, love it. And then, because this is like a new journey that you're going to be going on, is this new phoenix, right? This rebirth. I'm going to use this cosmic journey oracle and just see what the final message the Creator has for you for this 3-week period around the new moon. Super full moon. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So for our Aries, what's your final message for them for this period? Okay, there we go. And you have memento mori. There might not be a someday. And this is card 19. You had card 18 here, and here's card 19, which is pretty funny. It's like, this is the progression, right? And let's see what that means for you here. It says, as my friend Sam Horn proclaimed in the title of a recent book, someday is not a day in the week. The time is now. Imagine if the unknown countdown timer to our expiration date was almost at 0. What would you be doing now that's different? How would you want this situation to unfold? One day, the sand in our cosmic hourglass will be gone, and then what will you ask for? More time? Sorry, you had it all along, but what did you do with it? The moments, the days, the weeks, the years. What have you done with your short sojourn here? The clock has struck the exact hour to act. Go! And the cosmic catalyst says, if I had 10 years left on this planet, what would be truly mine to do? And the cosmic checkbox is write exactly 6 words as they would appear on your tombstone, and write 6 different words with your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, write 6 words that would appear on your tombstone with your right hand, and then write 6 different words with your left hand. And that's beautiful because that does get into your subconscious and connects. So it's these 2 different sides of you communicating that to you. And I love this because, as I was saying, you focus on the one thing, you're like, oh my God, what's the one thing I want to do? Well, this helps you with that, doesn't it? It helps you realize if you had 10 years left, and you were going to be able to accomplish one thing left in your life, what would it be that you want to do? And make that your new focus, right? If you're, a couple of years ago, I left my corporate life that I've been in a company for over 20 years, and different positions, different up supervisor everywhere, manager, different positions and different things. But, when the world kind of went, into a beautiful chaotic mode with all sorts of diseases coming across and upheavals of all kinds all over, weather and political and groups conflicting against one another, bodily and health issues everywhere. I was like, what am I waiting for? To die? To live my dream and to go after what I'm passionate about? And this is kind of the message that I'm getting here. You're waiting to die to live? You have one thing that you want to focus on. And what is that going to be? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So beautiful energy coming around here for your rebirth. And just know as you're going throughout this week that every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things and a host of beings on the other side. Definitely so. So I love this. I do want to let you know that in addition to these new moon and full moon readings, I do monthly readings for each zodiac sign. I also do weekly readings for each of the 4 elements of the zodiac. And so if you haven't done so already and you want to make sure you get notified when those come out, just make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and then a little bell icon will appear. And so when that bell icon appears, just make sure to click on that, and then you'll get notification of the new videos as they come out. And if you do enjoy these videos, then if you feel so inclined, give me a thumbs up over there, and then that does tell me that you're enjoying these videos, and it does help to share the love with the world, because the more you do that and comment and subscribe and all that, it does allow the videos to appear more for other people to share the love. So I really appreciate your time and that you're watching this, and just know that I love you so much as well. Have an amazing new moon, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. You take care.